All right, so this is the front of the house here. We did the landscaping in the front, and the driveway is already there. It's a nice curb appeal to the house itself here. Open yard here, and this is the stairs that goes up to the house. And so you can go from either this side or the other side into the house. So yeah, this is the entrance to the house here. Very nice door right there that matches the house character and everything. And the front porch has the traditional work, you know, the details are still intact. So, and we really have to convince the city that this house needs stucco, because the city didn't want to part away with the original feature of the house. So that was quite a battle with the city, but then we went ahead and did the whole house stucco, and they actually approved the stucco, and we put the frames around the window for the stucco, and that's a nice feature, you know, for the house. So we got the trims all around the window, the foam around it, and I think it adds a nice character, an overall character to the beauty of the house here. So
see the house over there? Those people did an impeccable job, and now you see ours right here too. That also stands out. But look at that one over there. So those people will be under pressure to rehab that property and make it stand out. So they don't want to look at an eyesore in the middle of two houses that look really good. That's what we're trying to do, right? That's what we're trying to do. Like we say, revitalizing America or re-beautifying America, one old home at a time. You'll never see a property in the market that's listed by Pacific Realty Partners that's not fixed up. So this is what we do. We are involved in what they call neighborhood stabilization, so NSP.
I think you've done a great job. We were talking about how the theme is really consistent throughout, and there's a lot that's been put into matching all the colors and really getting all the details done, and all the kind of unique curvature of the integrity of the structure, as you were talking about, has been maintained.
So you saw this house. I mean, you've seen people that have lived here before. You were telling me that. Tell me.
Well, let's see. There's been 3 different families come through here, and the last group was a Samoan family, and there was massive people living here. And I thought for sure that this house was going to fall down. It looked that bad.
Right.
And so for the last year, we've been watching all the construction going on. And so as soon as I saw the house was open, I said, oh, let me go see how it looks, because before it wasn't going to make it. It was going to hit the floor. Before, it was not healthy. I wouldn't have brought a child into here. And now it's definitely healthy, and it's got a nice backyard. So I don't know, it looks better. It adds to the environment that it's around, where before it was just an eyesore.
So you as a neighbor, okay, we're involved in what they call neighborhood stabilization. What happens is that we buy houses that are an eyesore, okay, and then we totally transform the houses, and they look like this. Immaculate. I mean, this looks like a brand new house, right? Yes, it does. You know, what does that make you feel as a neighbor?
Oh, it's better, because when you have the houses that are falling apart, it brings in the wrong element. You get a lot of your drugs and stuff like this going on in front of that empty house. And with this looking the way it does, it fits the neighborhood, and it makes people want to come for the positive venue, not for the negative.
Right, exactly. Thank you so much. And one of the things that we want to say is basically when you see a house like this, or a house that looks as bad as this one was, you know, in a neighborhood, please do not hesitate to contact us. You know, we have a contractor here, Mr. Wakar Khan, you know, and he does impeccable work. You know, beautiful. And we're realtors as well. I mean, we're realtors, we're investors. So that's what we do. In Maxwell Park here, I mean, we've invested in several properties on this street alone. We got quite a few, you know, and some more that are coming on the market. That's what we specialize in. Our company, you will never see a property on the market that's listed by this company, you know, that looks derelict. Okay, so we just started invading Oakland about last year, and now if you see any properties that are listed by us, it looks impeccable.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I mean, the house has character again. Before, it was just dilapidated. It now has character that says, come to me, instead of just watch me fall apart. Yeah, because it was ready to fall apart. It really was. So
we're looking forward to a respectable family moving in here, and when that happens, we'll actually throw a housewarming party, inviting the neighbors to, you know, welcome that family here. And that's what we do. I was saying before that basically Pacific Realty Partners is not your typical real estate firm, you know, because we have a different model. Okay, and let's start with sellers. When we put a property in the market or a seller wants to engage a service, what we're gonna do is basically we have people like Wakar who are basically involved in remodeling. I mean, Wakar does an impeccable work as you see on this property. So Wakar will come in, and if the property needs to be fixed up, he's gonna fix it up. Yeah. See, we can partner up with sellers. Okay, let me tell you, we're gonna partner up with sellers. Let's say a seller has a property that needs work. You know, that property is not gonna get the top dollar. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We can come in and fix up the property. So, exactly. Waka, you will fix up the property.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a joint ventureship, okay? Seller doesn't have the money to go and fix the property, but they have the property. So we can work with them where we can use our dollars, our resources to go and fix up the property for a fair price, you know, at the profit level at the end, at the sale. They get the higher dollar, you know, we all happy. That's how it works. And at the same time, if there are investors out there who got money sitting around in the bank, not doing anything, maybe collecting 2%, 3%, well, guess what? You know, off the record on these comments here, but in the past we have done deals where, you know, they get between 25 and 30% returns. So, and again, all deals cannot be guaranteed at the same time, but this has been our past performance. So that's how things work, you know, in the real estate business. So we can work with in so many different ways with the investors, with the homeowners, with the buyers, sellers, all that kind of stuff. So
okay, so yeah. let's take one step at a time. So first of all, we want to talk about sellers. Okay, so we really want to drive that message home. A seller has a property. Some people right now, the market, you have multiple offers on properties, but end buyers want a property that's in moving condition.
Exactly.
So a seller has a property that needs work. We'll come in there and partner up with the seller. Okay, if the seller doesn't have any money, or maybe they have equity in the property, but they don't want to take it out, we'll come in there and partner up with that seller. We'll fix up the property, okay, and we might share the equity with we want to share the equity with the, so yeah. Basically we'll boost the value of the property. Let's say it was worth $300,000 as is, and not many buyers will want to buy that property. What is going to happen is
they're going to want a discount on that.
Going to want a discount. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to come in with our own money, okay, and fix up that property, and we'll bring our interior decorator. And before you realize it, that property will have multiple offers. So that's for sellers, okay? So if you're a seller out there and you've been thinking, I want to sell my property, but it doesn't look very good, you know? People take advantage of you. Maybe the only person that will buy that property will be an investor who will buy it at a low price, you know? You can partner up with us, we'll fix up the properties. That's for sellers, okay? But let's say for agents, okay? So someone's looking for a firm. They want to join a firm, but they don't know which firm to join.
Right.
Our model is totally different. Because guess what? You don't have to have money yourself. What's going to happen? You can be a listing agent for us. So when we buy, you bring a property based on our model. Like exactly. We say we have a deal analyzer. Yeah. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, here's the deal. There are plenty of deals out there, and the real estate agent knows what those deals are. So the way our deal works is that by the time we are done with the construction and the rehab of the property, and all the costs are at 70% of the ARV, which is the after value repair cost. If we meet between 65 and 70% of that model, that's a deal for us. We'll buy that all day long. And you as an agent, or anybody who's an agent, anybody who, you don't have to be an agent, could be watchdog, or what are they called? Watchbird?
No, okay, it's bird dog.
Bird dog. You could be a bird dog or private investor or real estate consultant, as long as that model works. So, for example, if you bought us a property that is worth $100,000 in the market, okay, and it needs $20,000 in repair, and the closing costs, other expense. So that property purchase cost should be at $50,000 plus $20,000 for the repair work. That becomes $70,000, but the resale value is $100,000. Well, that is the deal that we're going to buy. So that's how our model works. And all of the deals that we sell, that we buy and sell, they work under that premise. So for example, in this house here, we bought the property for $120,000. Then we spent about $90,000 into the construction of it. So that's about $210,000 with the interest charge, another $20,000, $30,000. Well, now we put this property on the market for $349,000. Even if we sell it at $349,000, we're going to make money on it. So it's definitely fit the 70% ARV value that we are looking for. So this is the type of deal that we're looking for. And agents know because they can do the comparables. So they know exactly what it is. But when they do bring a deal, not only will they make money on their commission, but they will also be able to resell that property and also another percent on the profit sharing, you know, which is a very good deal. And they don't have to have any kind of money of their own, you know. So that's what it's all about. So Paul, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so the agent can represent us when we buy,
Yeah.
and the agent will be the de facto listing agent when we sell.
Exactly.
You know, and so we also want to have agents that are investment minded or investor minded. Okay, so like what Carl was saying, some of the agents may know someone who has a 401k
Yeah.
or IRA or whatever. You know what I mean? They have equity in their property or have a line of credit. Okay, we want agents that know some of these people. Okay, and so agents will go out and look for properties that meet our business model, like what Carl was saying, the 70%, 70 cents on the dollar minus the cost of repairs.
Yeah.
Okay, now with the market improving, we can even go to 75 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're still gonna make money. Okay, so we're looking for those kinds of agents. You know, not agents who are gonna be just driving buyers around and stuff like that. No, because buyers will come to us. We want properties such as probate and that, okay, deferred maintenance, properties that need work, okay, or short sales, all those kinds of properties. So if you're that kind of agent, we strongly encourage for you to join us. Or if you've never done anything like this in the past, okay, we'll train you how to do that, you know, because it's easy. You know, that way the market comes to you, not you going after the market. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about the third category of people, what will be investors. Okay, so investors, people that have IRA or 401k, or they have equity in their property or something, and they have stocks.
Money, yeah.
Okay, so like you were saying before, you know, these people don't need to. Not all the money has to come to them, or come from them. You know, they can just pay a portion of the money because we have our own sources of. Okay.
Well, listen, it's very easy. You know, I mean, one of the part in, you know, one of the hardest part that you will think about in construction is or any investment is, well, how much is everybody bringing in? Well, in our deals, we bring in majority of the money. Either we bring in our own money in the first trust deed, or we finance it, but we finance it on our terms, meaning that on our credit, you know. So we are utilizing our bandwidth to get the first loan. The investor only comes up with 25% of the purchase price and 50 to 60% of the repair cost. And the rest we cover. But yet, we are willing to give them a very generous fair share, between 25 and 35% of the profit sharing. And the more they put in the property, the profit sharing could go a little higher. It all depends on how much they're going to bring in, right? That's how it works usually.
Okay, the second thing is we're talking about agents. We're only looking for the best caliber, okay? And then, of course, those who are really investor-minded, you know? Those are the ones that are making money in this market, you know? And then thirdly, we'll talk about investors. Okay, thank you again for watching. This is Paul LeJoy, your real estate consultant for life, and thank you for joining the show today, Mr. Khan.
Yeah, once again, my name is Waqar Khan. As I introduced myself earlier, I'm a general contractor and also a realtor with Pacific Realty partner and an investment partner with them, and we work on different deals together. And so, yeah, looking forward to working with you all. Thank you.